What if I told you that some of the best foods for lowering blood sugar are actually fruits? For years, people with diabetes have been told to fear fruit because of its natural sugar, but that's only half the story. The truth is, choosing the right fruits can help stabilize blood sugar, reduce cravings, improve insulin sensitivity, and even support long-term metabolic health. Today, you'll discover the top 3 fruits that deserve a place on your plate if you're serious about taking control of your blood sugar naturally. For many years, people living with diabetes have been told to stay away from fruit because it contains natural sugar. This advice has created a great deal of confusion and unnecessary fear. As soon as someone receives a diabetes diagnosis, one of the first things they often hear is, "Don't eat too much fruit." While it's true that fruit contains sugar in the form of fructose, it's important to understand that not all sugars behave the same way inside the body. The sugar found naturally in whole fruit is very different from the added sugars found in soft drinks, candy, pastries, and processed snacks. Looking at fruit simply because it contains sugar ignores the complete nutritional package that comes with it. Whole fruits are rich in dietary fiber, which plays one of the biggest roles in blood sugar management. Fiber slows down the digestion of carbohydrates, meaning the natural sugars in fruit enter the bloodstream gradually, instead of all at once. This slower absorption helps reduce sharp spikes in blood glucose that are common after eating highly processed foods. Instead of causing a sudden rise followed by a rapid drop in blood sugar, fiber encourages a steadier release of glucose, providing the body with a more consistent source of energy. This is one of the primary reasons why eating a whole apple has a very different effect on blood sugar than drinking a glass of apple juice, even though both come from the same fruit. Another important factor is that whole fruits contain water, vitamins, minerals, and powerful plant compounds known as antioxidants. These nutrients work together to support overall health in ways that processed sugary foods simply cannot. Antioxidants help protect the body's cells from oxidative stress, which is known to contribute to chronic inflammation and may worsen insulin resistance over time. Many fruits are also rich in vitamin C, potassium, folate, and other nutrients that support heart health, immune function, and healthy circulation. Since diabetes increases the risk of cardiovascular disease, choosing nutrient-dense foods becomes even more important. It's also helpful to understand the concept of the glycemic index and glycemic load. The glycemic index measures how quickly a food raises blood sugar, while glycemic load considers both the speed and the amount of carbohydrates in a typical serving. Many whole fruits have a relatively low or moderate glycemic index because their fiber slows digestion. This means they often have a much gentler effect on blood sugar than refined carbohydrates, such as white bread, sugary cereals, or desserts. In other words, the body's response to fruit depends on more than just the amount of sugar it contains. Many people assume that because fruit tastes sweet, it must automatically be unhealthy for someone with diabetes. Sweetness, however, does not always indicate a high impact on blood sugar. Foods like berries can taste naturally sweet while containing relatively little sugar and plenty of fiber. Even fruits with slightly higher natural sugar levels can fit into a balanced eating plan when eaten in appropriate portions. The focus should always be on the quality of the food, rather than judging it by sweetness alone. Another common mistake is comparing whole fruit to fruit juice. Although juice may seem like a healthy option, it lacks much of the fiber found in the whole fruit. Without that fiber, the natural sugars are absorbed much more quickly, leading to faster increases in blood glucose. The same concern applies to dried fruits, where water has been removed, concentrating the natural sugars into a much smaller serving size. It becomes very easy to consume the equivalent of several pieces of fruit in just a few bites, making portion control much more difficult. Choosing whole fruit also helps satisfy hunger more effectively than processed snacks. The combination of fiber, water, and natural carbohydrates creates a feeling of fullness that can reduce cravings later in the day. This can make it easier to avoid high-sugar foods that contribute to unstable blood sugar levels and unnecessary calorie intake. When it comes to choosing a fruit that supports healthy blood sugar levels, apples consistently rank among the best options. They are widely available, affordable, easy to include in everyday meals, and packed with nutrients that can benefit people managing diabetes. While many people focus on the natural sugar found in apples, the real value lies in the balance of fiber, vitamins, and plant compounds that work together to slow digestion and support better glucose control. Rather than causing dramatic spikes in blood sugar, a whole apple provides a steady source of energy because its nutrients help regulate how quickly carbohydrates are absorbed into the bloodstream. One of the most important nutrients in apples is a type of soluble fiber called pectin. Unlike insoluble fiber, which mainly helps with digestion, soluble fiber absorbs water and forms a gel-like substance in the digestive tract. This process slows the movement of food through the stomach and intestines, giving the body more time to digest carbohydrates. As a result, glucose enters the bloodstream at a slower pace instead of flooding it all at once. This gradual release helps reduce sudden blood sugar spikes after meals, making apples a smart snack or addition to a balanced diet for individuals with diabetes. Another advantage of apples is their relatively low glycemic index. Foods with a lower glycemic index generally have a gentler effect on blood sugar compared to foods that are rapidly digested. Because apples contain both natural sugars and a significant amount of fiber, the body processes them much differently than refined sweets or sugary beverages. This balance allows apples to provide natural sweetness without the rapid glucose surge often associated with processed foods. It also helps maintain more consistent energy levels throughout the day, instead of the quick rise and crash that many high-sugar snacks can produce. Apples are also rich in beneficial plant compounds known as polyphenols. These naturally occurring antioxidants have attracted significant attention because of their potential role in improving metabolic health. Research suggests that polyphenols may help improve insulin sensitivity, allowing the body's cells to respond more effectively to insulin. Some studies also indicate that these compounds may slow the digestion of carbohydrates and reduce the amount of glucose absorbed in the intestines. While apples are not a treatment for diabetes, these protective compounds contribute to the overall health benefits of including them regularly as part of a nutritious eating pattern. The peel of an apple deserves special attention because it contains a large portion of the fruit's fiber and antioxidants. Peeling an apple removes much of the pectin and many of the beneficial plant compounds found just beneath the skin. Whenever possible, washing the apple thoroughly and eating it with the peel intact allows you to receive the greatest nutritional benefit. Choosing fresh, whole apples instead of peeled slices or processed apple products helps preserve these valuable nutrients. Portion size remains an important consideration, even with healthy foods like apples. Eating one medium-sized apple is generally a reasonable serving for most people, while consuming several apples at once may introduce more carbohydrates than needed in a single meal. Paying attention to serving sizes helps maintain a balanced intake of carbohydrates throughout the day, making blood sugar management more predictable. Pairing an apple with a source of protein or healthy fat can make it even more beneficial. Combining apple slices with a handful of almonds, walnuts, pistachios, or natural peanut butter slows digestion even further. The added protein and healthy fats help increase feelings of fullness, while reducing the speed at which glucose enters the bloodstream. This combination can also help prevent hunger between meals and reduce the temptation to reach for highly processed snacks that are often high in refined carbohydrates and added sugars. Choosing fresh apples over apple juice is another important distinction. Even 100% apple juice lacks the fiber found in the whole fruit, allowing its natural sugars to be absorbed much more rapidly. Sweetened applesauce and many packaged apple products may also contain added sugars that increase their impact on blood glucose. Whole apples provide the complete nutritional package, including fiber, water, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, making them a far better choice for supporting healthy blood sugar management. Berries are among the most nutrient-dense fruits available, making them an excellent choice for people who want to support healthy blood sugar levels while still enjoying naturally sweet foods. Despite their sweet taste, berries are relatively low in sugar compared to many other fruits, and they provide an impressive amount of fiber, vitamins, minerals, and powerful antioxidants. This unique combination allows them to satisfy sweet cravings without causing the sharp increases in blood glucose that are often associated with processed desserts and sugary snacks. Including berries regularly in a balanced eating plan can provide valuable nutrients while helping maintain more stable blood sugar throughout the day. One of the biggest advantages of berries is their high fiber content. Fiber slows the digestion and absorption of carbohydrates, allowing glucose to enter the bloodstream gradually, rather than all at once. This slower process helps reduce sudden blood sugar spikes after eating and supports steadier energy levels. Because fiber also promotes a feeling of fullness, berries can help reduce hunger between meals and decrease the likelihood of reaching for high sugar or highly processed foods. For individuals managing diabetes, this combination of slower digestion and improved satiety can make daily blood sugar control much easier. Among the many varieties available, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries each offer their own nutritional strengths. Strawberries are rich in vitamin C and provide relatively few carbohydrates per serving. Blueberries are well known for their high concentration of antioxidants, while raspberries and blackberries contain particularly large amounts of dietary fiber. Although each type of berry has slightly different nutritional characteristics, they all share the ability to provide natural sweetness with a lower glycemic impact than many other fruits. Mixing different berries together can create a colorful and nutrient-rich snack while offering a wide range of beneficial plant compounds. One of the most valuable groups of compounds found in berries is called anthocyanins. These natural pigments give berries their deep red, blue, and purple colors. Beyond their vibrant appearance, anthocyanins have attracted considerable scientific interest because of their potential effects on metabolic health. Research suggests that these antioxidants may help improve insulin sensitivity, allowing the body's cells to respond more effectively to insulin. Better insulin sensitivity supports more efficient movement of glucose from the bloodstream into the cells, where it can be used for energy. Some studies have also suggested that anthocyanins may help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which are linked to insulin resistance and the progression of type 2 diabetes. Berries also provide a significant amount of vitamins and minerals that support overall health. Vitamin C plays an important role in immune function and tissue repair, while manganese contributes to normal metabolism and bone health. The antioxidants found throughout berries help protect cells from damage caused by unstable molecules known as free radicals. Over time, excessive oxidative stress can contribute to many chronic health conditions, including cardiovascular disease, which is a major concern for people living with diabetes. By supplying a wide range of protective nutrients, berries contribute to overall wellness while supporting blood sugar management. Fresh berries are an excellent choice, but frozen berries can be just as nutritious. In many cases, berries are frozen shortly after being harvested, which helps preserve their vitamins and antioxidant content. Frozen berries also offer convenience because they are available year-round and often cost less than fresh berries when they are out of season. They can easily be added to smoothies, plain Greek yogurt, oatmeal, or salads without losing many of their nutritional benefits. When choosing berry products, it is important to read labels carefully. Many packaged berry products contain added sugars that can significantly increase their effect on blood glucose. Sweetened berry sauces, syrups, flavored yogurts, jams, and canned berries packed in syrup often contain far more sugar than whole berries. Even dried berries may include added sweeteners and concentrated natural sugars because most of the water has been removed. Choosing plain, whole berries without added sugar provides the greatest nutritional value while helping maintain more stable blood sugar levels. Pairing berries with protein or healthy fats can provide even greater benefits. Combining berries with plain Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, a handful of nuts or seeds creates a balanced snack that slows digestion and promotes longer-lasting fullness. This combination also helps moderate the body's blood sugar response while providing a satisfying mix of carbohydrates, protein, healthy fats, fiber, and essential nutrients. When most people think about fruit, they imagine something sweet like an apple, banana, or orange. Very few immediately think of an avocado, yet it is actually one of the most unique fruits you can eat. Unlike most fruits, avocados contain very little natural sugar and are instead rich in healthy fats, dietary fiber, vitamins, and minerals. This unusual nutritional profile makes them one of the best choices for people looking to manage their blood sugar. Rather than contributing to rapid glucose spikes, avocados help create a slower and more balanced digestive process that supports steady energy levels throughout the day. One of the biggest reasons avocados stand out is their high content of monounsaturated fats. These heart-healthy fats are known to support cardiovascular health, while also playing an important role in blood sugar management. Healthy fats slow the rate at which food leaves the stomach, delaying the absorption of carbohydrates into the bloodstream. This slower digestion helps prevent sudden increases in blood glucose after meals. Instead of experiencing a quick rise, followed by a sharp drop in blood sugar, the body receives a more gradual supply of energy, which can help reduce fatigue and improve overall glucose control. Fiber is another major reason avocados are considered one of the best fruits for people with diabetes. A single avocado contains a remarkable amount of dietary fiber, including both soluble and insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber helps slow the digestion of carbohydrates by forming a gel-like substance in the digestive tract, while insoluble fiber supports healthy digestion by adding bulk to stool and promoting regular bowel movements. Together, these two forms of fiber improve digestive health while helping regulate the speed at which glucose enters the bloodstream. This combination makes avocados especially valuable as part of meals that contain carbohydrates. Another important benefit of avocados is their naturally low carbohydrate and sugar content. Many fruits provide valuable nutrients, but also contain moderate amounts of natural sugars. Avocados are different because they deliver substantial nutrition without adding much sugar at all. This allows them to fit comfortably into many eating patterns designed to support healthy blood sugar, including lower carbohydrate meal plans. Their creamy texture also makes them a satisfying substitute for less nutritious spreads, sauces, or processed snacks that often contain added sugars and unhealthy fats. Avocados are also packed with essential vitamins and minerals that support overall health. They provide an excellent source of potassium, a mineral that helps regulate blood pressure and supports proper muscle and nerve function. Potassium is especially important because many adults do not consume enough of it through their diets. In addition, avocados contain magnesium, which plays a role in hundreds of biochemical reactions throughout the body, including those involved in glucose metabolism and insulin function. They also provide vitamins such as vitamin K, vitamin E, several B vitamins, and folate, all of which contribute to normal cellular function and overall well-being. Heart health is another area where avocados offer significant advantages. People living with diabetes have a greater risk of developing cardiovascular disease, making heart-friendly food choices particularly important. The monounsaturated fats found in avocados may help maintain healthy cholesterol levels by supporting higher levels of HDL, often called good cholesterol, while helping reduce LDL, commonly known as bad cholesterol. Combined with their fiber content and antioxidant compounds, avocados contribute to an eating pattern that supports both blood sugar management and cardiovascular health. Another benefit of avocados is their ability to promote satiety, or the feeling of fullness after eating. Because they are rich in healthy fats and fiber, avocados digest slowly and help keep hunger under control for longer periods. This can reduce unnecessary snacking between meals and make it easier to avoid highly processed foods that are rich in refined carbohydrates and added sugars. Feeling satisfied after meals is an important part of maintaining consistent eating habits, particularly for individuals trying to manage body weight and blood glucose at the same time. Avocados are also incredibly versatile and can be included in many different meals throughout the day. They can be sliced onto whole grain toast, added to salads, mixed into omelets, blended into smoothies, mashed into guacamole, or served alongside grilled chicken, fish, or vegetables. Their mild flavor pairs well with both savory and fresh ingredients, making them easy to incorporate into a balanced diet. Replacing processed spreads like mayonnaise or sugary dressings with avocado is another simple way to improve the nutritional quality of everyday meals while increasing fiber and healthy fat intake. Choosing healthy fruits is only part of the equation when it comes to managing blood sugar. Just as important is understanding how to eat them in a way that supports steady glucose levels throughout the day. Even the most nutritious fruits can have a greater impact on blood sugar if they are eaten in excessive amounts or paired with unhealthy foods. The goal is not simply to include fruit in the diet, but to enjoy it in ways that maximize its nutritional benefits while minimizing unnecessary blood sugar fluctuations. Small changes in timing, portion size, and food combinations can make a noticeable difference in how the body responds. One of the first principles to remember is portion control. Although whole fruits contain valuable fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants, they still provide carbohydrates that eventually break down into glucose. Eating several servings of fruit in one sitting may introduce more carbohydrates than the body can comfortably handle at once, especially for someone with diabetes or insulin resistance. A moderate serving allows the body to process the natural sugars more gradually, helping to maintain more stable blood sugar levels. Paying attention to serving sizes does not mean avoiding fruit. It simply means enjoying it in balanced amounts throughout the day. Another highly effective strategy is pairing fruit with protein. Protein slows digestion and reduces the speed at which carbohydrates are absorbed into the bloodstream. This combination helps prevent rapid blood sugar spikes while also increasing feelings of fullness. For example, apple slices can be enjoyed with plain Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or a handful of nuts. Berries pair well with unsweetened yogurt or a small serving of seeds, while avocado naturally complements eggs, grilled chicken, or fish. These balanced combinations provide carbohydrates, protein, healthy fats, and fiber together, creating a much steadier release of energy. Healthy fats also play an important role in slowing digestion. Foods such as almonds, walnuts, pistachios, peanuts, chia seeds, flax seeds, and avocados help delay stomach emptying, allowing carbohydrates to enter the bloodstream at a slower pace. Adding healthy fats to fruit-based snacks not only improves blood sugar control, but also helps satisfy hunger for longer periods. This reduces the temptation to snack on processed foods, high in refined carbohydrates and added sugars between meals. Timing can also influence how fruit affects blood sugar. Eating fruit alongside a balanced meal often produces a gentler glucose response than eating fruit alone on an empty stomach. When fruit is consumed with foods containing protein, healthy fats, and fiber-rich vegetables, the digestion of carbohydrates slows naturally. Many people also find that including fruit as part of breakfast or lunch provides steady energy throughout the day, while others prefer it as a healthy afternoon snack instead of sugary treats. Individual responses may vary, so monitoring blood sugar can help determine what works best. Choosing whole fruit instead of fruit juice is one of the most important habits for blood sugar management. Whole fruits retain their natural fiber, which helps regulate the absorption of sugar during digestion. Fruit juice, even when labeled as 100% juice, removes much of this fiber while concentrating the natural sugars into a liquid that is absorbed rapidly. Because liquids empty from the stomach faster than solid foods, juice can cause a much quicker rise in blood glucose. A single glass of juice may also contain the sugar from several pieces of fruit, making it much easier to consume excessive carbohydrates without feeling full. The same principle applies to dried fruits. Although raisins, dried cranberries, dates, figs, and similar products still contain nutrients, removing the water concentrates both the calories and natural sugars into a much smaller serving size. A handful of dried fruit can equal the sugar content of several servings of fresh fruit. Many commercial dried fruits also contain added sugar, making them even less suitable for maintaining steady blood glucose. Choosing fresh or frozen whole fruit is generally the better option for everyday consumption. Reading food labels is another helpful habit. Many fruit products marketed as healthy contain hidden ingredients such as added sugars, syrups, sweetened sauces, or flavored coatings. Fruit cups packed in heavy syrup, sweetened applesauce, flavored yogurt with fruit, canned fruit in syrup, and fruit snacks often contain much more sugar than people realize. Looking for products labeled with no added sugar and checking the ingredient list can help avoid unnecessary sources of refined carbohydrates while allowing the natural benefits of whole fruit to remain the focus. Adding healthy fruits to your diet can be an excellent step toward better blood sugar management, but even nutritious foods can become less beneficial when they are eaten incorrectly. Many people unintentionally make choices that reduce the positive effects of fruit or even contribute to unnecessary blood sugar spikes. These mistakes often come from misunderstanding nutrition labels, believing popular myths, or assuming that all fruit products are equally healthy. Learning to recognize these common pitfalls can help you enjoy the benefits of fruit while supporting more stable glucose levels and overall health. One of the biggest mistakes people make is drinking fruit juice instead of eating whole fruit. Juice may seem like a healthy option because it comes from fruit, but the way the body processes it is very different. During the juicing process, much of the natural fiber is removed, leaving behind concentrated natural sugars that are absorbed rapidly into the bloodstream. Without fiber to slow digestion, blood glucose can rise much faster than it would after eating a whole piece of fruit. Even juices labeled as 100% fruit juice can have this effect. A single glass of juice may also contain the sugar from several pieces of fruit, making it easy to consume a large amount of carbohydrates without realizing it. Another common mistake is choosing canned fruit packed in heavy syrup. While fruit itself provides vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, syrup adds large amounts of refined sugar that dramatically increase the carbohydrate content of the product. This extra sugar can quickly raise blood glucose levels and reduce many of the advantages that whole fruit normally provides. If canned fruit is the only option available, selecting varieties packed in water or natural juice with no added sugar is generally a much better choice. Rinsing canned fruit before eating may also help remove some of the excess syrup, Many people also underestimate the impact of dried fruit. Removing the water from fruit concentrates both its nutrients and its natural sugars into a much smaller serving size. As a result, it becomes very easy to eat the equivalent of several servings of fresh fruit in just a few handfuls. Raisins, dates, dried figs, and dried cranberries can all contribute a significant amount of carbohydrates in a short period. Some commercially prepared dried fruits also contain added sugar to improve flavor or extend shelf life, making them even less suitable for people trying to control blood sugar. Oversized portions are another mistake that often goes unnoticed. Because fruit is considered healthy, some people assume there is no need to pay attention to serving sizes. While whole fruit is certainly more nutritious than processed sweets, it still contains carbohydrates that eventually become glucose in the bloodstream. Eating multiple large servings of fruit at once can overwhelm the body's ability to manage blood sugar efficiently. Moderation remains an important part of a balanced eating pattern, and spreading fruit intake throughout the day is often a better strategy than consuming large amounts in one sitting. Another mistake is relying on fruit as an entire meal. Although fruit provides valuable nutrients, it does not contain enough protein or healthy fats to create a well-balanced meal on its own. Eating fruit by itself may satisfy hunger temporarily, but blood sugar levels can rise and fall more quickly compared to a meal that includes protein, healthy fats, and fiber-rich vegetables. Pairing fruit with foods such as nuts, seeds, plain Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, eggs, or lean protein helps slow digestion and creates a more stable blood sugar response. Many people are also influenced by misleading marketing claims. Products labeled as made with real fruit, natural, or fruit-flavored are often assumed to be healthy choices. In reality, many fruit snacks, breakfast bars, flavored yogurts, smoothies, and packaged desserts contain large amounts of added sugars, refined starches, and artificial ingredients despite their fruit-based advertising. Reading the nutrition facts panel and ingredient list is one of the best ways to identify hidden sugars and make informed decisions, rather than relying on the packaging alone. Finally, one of the most significant mistakes is believing that eating healthy fruit alone is enough to control diabetes. No single food, no matter how nutritious, can replace the benefits of a well-rounded lifestyle. Blood sugar management depends on many daily habits working together, including balanced meals, regular physical activity, adequate sleep, stress management, proper hydration, and following the treatment plan recommended by a healthcare professional. Fruit should be viewed as one valuable part of an overall healthy eating pattern, rather than a standalone solution for managing blood glucose.